robotic operations system based education. Nowadays, more in Bangalore, there is a robot speaking to the students. Whatever question you ask, he will answer. So most of the faculty is replaced with robot. And the assessment method is based on project-based evaluation. We have to based on project-based evaluation. My daughter is studying in Amrita University. Whatever she studied, in all the subjects, she has to develop her own their project. So they have to allot 50% mark for project and 50% for theory. So all the subjects, she has to do practical work. Either in a prototype or by simulation or any other any experimentation. This is must. Whether you believe it or not, highest package is in that department is 86 lakhs. Because of their education is project-based evaluation. Project-based evaluation. So within 1 year, my daughter has become a lot of things. I did not know. So that much input there is that based education, project based, rubrics and rubrics, whatever the customary was, what is the artist there is a gap and continuous assessment. See, once you, that's what project coordinator said after the session, you take multiple choice questions. So it is a continuous assessment. So otherwise, what happens? The people, they methodologically, they will not absorb everything. So once you have the continuous assessment, definitely out of 100%, at least 60% they learn something. So industrial collaboration. This is must be education, especially sponsor project. So nowadays in my university introduced all the students they must do 2 internship for the university and they must do one project 6 months in my department only in industries. So the students know what is the real problem in the existing industry. They learn. The problem comes to you, my students took the problem, we will solve it. Okay, we will solve it. We will give the analysis based on simulation. We try to put say one tire industry, or tire industry. There is a problem in carbonization. We waste tire out, make it as a pyrolysis process. And we develop a model. Project they sanction 15 lakhs a year. It goes to the schools. So this they are project based, industrial project based methodology based. Interdisciplinary live problem statement. What is current problem? What is live problem? As I told, live problem in your phone. There is a problem in my what mobile or watch, or there is a problem in character due to the stress. Where the problem comes, even the person who is working continuously from morning 9 to 5 with the stress, but he is a good athlete, he will affect the problem. As you know, there is a history. A person who is affected with stress because of his athlete is running 10 kilometers a day, but he was dying because of stress. So you can avoid the stress. What happens when you have stress? There is a two inside cortisol, adrenaline. There is a two is will pump the glucose to your brain to reduce the stress, reduce the stress. What happened? After week or month, your glucose level is high. Glucose level is high in your blood, which is responsible. Your kidneys are responsible for it. So after some time you become diabetic. Once you become diabetic, you get all of this. Eye problem, heart problem, knee problem, all the problems because of stress. So whatever things you get as pain, what is going to happen? When you are writing examination, whether you got marks, you are happy. Whether you got failed, you have another. Why you have the stress? What is going to happen? Nothing. Even if you are became Prime Minister of India, if you are earning 1,000 crores, after your death, whether they put one pound coin on your box and buried in the door, put it. No. Even if you are Prime Minister, you cut the all things, then they put it in the box. That is the real thing. So stress-free environment is you can create those things. Do not always make stress on your mind. So automatically students get creative. So that we can have. So if I have the life problem, I am trying to solve. And expected learning outcome. So industry ready graduates. So once your student is about as a graduate after 4 years, he is ready to join the industry. So what is the industry need? What is the industry requirement? Based on that we have to teach. And innovation skill, that is another thing. I am asking what is innovation? It is a new knowledge, critical thinking. New knowledge, difference in the existing. Same example. I will put 3 bulbs in the first row, corresponding 3 switches in the ground floor. But I will give you only one chance to see the switches and go to the first floor. You can see which switch is corresponding to the particular bulb. How to say other person going to see the 3 switches. Whatever I can do. But once I go to the first floor, I can tell first switch is corresponding to the first bulb or second bulb. Second switch is corresponding to first or second bulb. Third is corresponding to first or second bulb. Okay, it is a critical thing. Okay. So once you see the switches, switch on the first switch, wait for 5 minutes, switch it off. Switch on the second switch, go to the first floor. Which bulb is burning is corresponding to switch 2. Remaining 2 bulbs you touches the surface. Which surface is hot? That is corresponding switch 1. Because of your switch on, you waited for 5 minutes. So automatically surface gets heated. Another bulb surface is cold. So this is the way you can find out the solution for the problem. This is a critical thing. Okay. So that type of innovation skill you can develop to the students. And research orientation, whatever the work you can do is research orientation. See, I want to purchase, I am going to purchase a vehicle. Say an example, sir, what is your name? Lakshmi Narayan sir, his son is going to marry. So his son wants to get a new car. What is his choice? What are the way as research oriented how to choose the car? First thing is safety. So which car has completely molded the stress which has given at the front, it will deviate to the entire body. No strain will occur. So first we will choose the safety, so which will get 5-star rating. Second thing, what is the cost? Out of this, it is the cost of it. Third thing, which one gives more kilometers? Running more kilometers. Fourth thing, the comfort. It will be more comfort. Fifth one, whether it is optimum to buy this product with my economic cost, with my cost. So these are all the analysis. Okay. So research orientation. If you are not approached towards research orientation, what I think, you simply which one is less cost to buy that. The next day, when the bicycle hit your car will come. So, based on the research, you have to do all this. Challenges and education. Funding, phase implementation, skill gap, faculty training. So, this is the challenges. One is funding. If you take this college, because of their giving proper salary, proper time, you are working without moving on. The same college, if they are not paying proper salary or not, the next day you are going to join another. So proper funding is very important. Any things, funding without funding, no. And the skill gap, first before going to train your student, first you have to train. That only this type of training will be. So technology driven education, interdisciplinary approach, future ready engineers is only through AI. So I will tell you, one of the examples for the next generation technology is a genetically modified animal. Is one of the recent technology. See, what is gene? If you see SARS and his case is similar, 50% similar to SARS are your grandfather. So gene is a protein. This is how you can modify it. This son case will not appear by the father case. How to do it? That is a recent technology, not yet developed fully. So as you know, that gene is a protein, and millions of cells in your body is joined together your entire body. What is the function of cell? To convert nutrients into energy. That is the function of cell. The cell contains nucleus. In each cell, if you taste, there will be nucleus inside. So inside the nucleus, there will be chromosome. Lakhs of. So inside the chromosome, there will be lakhs of DNA. So inside the cell, there is a lack of chromosome. So inside the DNA, almost, what is DNA? Oxyribonucleic. So this is about 500 crores inside the cell. The DNA only will decide your taste preference. If you change the DNA, then what happens? The differentiated. Okay? So the gene is protein producer. What are the proteins in your gene? There will be hemoglobin. There will be a Pepsi, is a digestive. Keratin is another very hard things to be developed in keratin. Made all to everything is made by keratin. Is made hard things. So if you check the DNA of chimpanzee, 97% coincides with the human DNA. Okay? So in the DNA, I have lot of instruction set. Say example, A, C, G, T. That is the instruction set. So like that in a human, A, C, G, C, T, C, T, T. These are the set instructions. Based on the instruction, all the cell has to be worked. If you change any set inside, if you got any E and C, you take it, you put another T. Your face has to be different. So this is a genetically modified. Genetically modified. virus inserted in your body. So it has their own DNA. It is attached to your DNA. Then DNA, what happens? This without your insertion of your virus. Okay, that is the instruction set. If the virus is told you have to develop all the DNA of virus, the instruction is given in the DNA of virus, then the entire body is spreaded with virus. So there is a more opportunity to change your DNA level with virus and bacteria compared to darker. So this is a genetically modified DNA. So if you take chromosome, how the fertility nature X and X is a male, X 23 chromosome, Y 23, so 46 chromosome to become a cycle. So X 23, X 23, 46 chromosomes of female cycle. X 23, Y 23 is XY 46 chromosome, male chromosome. So because of this 23 and 23 is comes from the gene from your father. Another 23 from particular father. So this only to say the similarity in that. Okay. So if you want to edit the gene, I want to change, I want to edit like film how they edit it. Like that you can also edit or change. There is a technology we call it as Cas9, CA is Cas9, clustered regularly interspaced short polymerase and repeats. That is a CRISPR technology. This was introduced in 1972 with the AI and ML. Whenever you wanted to alter the gene, you wanted to cut a particular gene code and fit it with another. So this has to be desired with the AI and in genetic engineering. I want to change my face like any other animal. But this DNA will cooperate with gravity. So you can genetically change the genetic code by using AI. So this code is protected, this particular. This code is protected, this particular. You fix with this. You want to change the height of the person. You change the genetic code attached to this DNA. You want to change the memory power of this person. You change just change the genetic code of this person. Take the genetic code of the person who is more active. You take the genetic code attached with this and develop a new species. So for that, the genetic engineering is much more important. So this plays major role in AI. You will also become a medical specialist, right? Around this genomic code field. You can also develop different species with the role of AI. So these are the genetically modified organisms. The genetic engineering is direct modification of organism genome, which is a list of specific traits, genes stored in the DNA. Diagnostic, ribonucleic acid. Changing the genome enables engineering to give desirable properties to different organisms. So this person, his son wants to make a writer. So in the cytotype to make the development, to change the genomic code and make brilliant. This person wants to make this sportively active. That you are achieving. So genetic engineering or genetically modified organisms. So what are the list of genetically modified food? The sugarcane, sweet peppers, tomatoes, bananas, sweet berries, soya bean, and processed food, popcorn, and soya sauce, and all. These are all the foods. And to see the picture, but whenever I saw tomato or brinjal, in many places very small. If I saw the same vegetable CSU, IIT Kawati, IIT BSU, and Kasi, the place is Kasi. Everything bigger in size. So that is genetically modified. Okay. So this is you can do it with AI. So what is the genetic code of a particular species? What is the genetic code you want to modify? You cut the gene code and fix it with another and modify the new species. So genetically modify with AI. This is perfect way you can do it with AI. Even physically as I am a doctor, I cannot do it. But it can be doing with the AI. So artificial intelligence plays a major role, make a billion of different type of species in animals or any birds you can do it with the AI. Medical therapy. Most probably some of the diseases are not cured. Only you can maintain it. For example, HIV, cancer, autoimmune disease, diabetes, pressure, cholesterol. These are autoimmune diseases. Because of your day-to-day activities, day-to-day behavior, your entire system is changed. So autoimmune disease. Diabetes is not cured, but controlled. So this can be permanently cured with your AI genomic code modification, and if cured permanently, and you will get a complete new human with a genetic code. So this will be permanently cured every disease when this is technology level. But it is not in completed stage, only in the preliminary stage. But people like you are a software engineer, you can try to do modify the genomic code. But you have to hire medical. Whatever in this process, as a software engineer, you are computer engineer, you and biotechnologists, how they are performed, and medical, MBBS doctors, and genetical engineers. So all together work this process and successfully develop a model, and you make the disease-free, autoimmune disease-free environment with this AI. So these are all things you can do. At least you try with your student how to do it. Okay. Banana is human actions, banana is key solution. Is that nature quickly and gene therapy used for cancer and other diseases. Gene therapy. How that are resistant to wine, that is one type of disease. Mac of disease. Food and mac trees years and nowadays in my home I have a mango tree. The entire year I will get a yield. Now there is a small size of mango. So within 2 months the entire tree grows up. Immediately I will get it. I saw some of the flowers come forth. So the entire throughout the year you can get it. Like that trees will also grow in breakage. That is you can do it in the genomic code. Okay, that is a new breed. The entire year you will get a yield. That is another. Then there is no deficit of food in the world. That you can do it with the AI. And the controversy, there will be a risk also. In genomic modification, there will be a risk also. Okay, so we will take what is the benefit, cure of disease, agriculture advancement, reduction in food for disease, aid animal to resistance of disease. What are the disadvantages? Human and environmental safety. So if you change his gene, then his generation is growing. My case is not there in my grandfather. Definitely the generation is growing. Their character is not there. And the labeling and consumer also is another disadvantage. They are not able to create this type of code genetically modified or not modified. make some moral analysis. When you do any modification, something moral you can do, ethics with ethics, and food security and unknown ethics. So these are the controls. And PD20. So you can want to make any prototype model data sets in your PD20 refers to the process in which material is joined or solidified and computer control. It creates three dimensions of material being added together, liquid molecules or powder grade is focused together to make a small ego. These are small prototypes. Programming, what size you want, what is the color you want, what is the optimum level. So everything is so like that in future, this has to be make a or kidney. All the things is made through your programming again or maybe. None of them will develop a new artificial but this can be possible through the exact level of diameter, that is the flow level. See, what is the good things for you because of when you have a block, so within 1 month there will be another bypass nerves will come. When all the nerves got blocked only, you will take off. So there is a God give you. Okay, so for making a new artificial concept, so these are the robotics and drying sheets and nanotechnology. Face major AI. So this I will complete my first section. Next I will start the second section. Systematic investigation based on research passion. So you want to do you are optimizing the pollution level in a city. First you can take the systematic research where the pollution source of pollution. So what are the characteristics of research? One is systematic. It is a step-by-step procedure. Whenever you do this research, it is a step-by-step procedure. And based on the varied reasons, so we cannot take invalid only the value things that have to take and also empirical, so grounded in observable, measurable, and objective evidence must have some evidence. And reductive, simplifying complex realities into essential and manageable realities. And replicable, allowing other researchers to repeat the process to verify the results. These are characteristics of research. What are the types of research? You just check it. There's a pure and applied, explanatory and formulating research, descriptive research, diagnostic research. And these are comes under the types of research. So you will see a few or basic research is a knowledge expansion. You want to know what is the neuron, what is the cell division. This is a pure research. Because it is pure or basic. Applied research, the practical problem solving. So you want to develop the COVID-19 vaccine. And also you want to increase the crop yield. So these are all applied research. You are going to involve practically for improving the existing process. And the explanatory and formulative research. It is a problem identification. So why these employees is not working? And descriptive research is a population characteristic, like literacy, age, income. In the particular area, what is the number of population, how many people are educated, what is their age, and what is their income. Right? Diagnostic research, it is a website traffic problem, the root cause analysis. Why nowadays all failure, why the page is a problem. So everything based on the diagnostic research. Evaluation research, program effectiveness, government literacy program. So like that, how we are conducting nowadays this type of program. So this is the evaluation research. Action research, immediate improvement, new teaching method for improving the students' ability expertise. Experimental research, what is the cause and effect of study? For example, you are giving particular drug or particular disease. What would be the improvement? Is there any side effect? So like that, this is experimental study. And analytical and statistical research and data relationship analysis. Smoking versus cancer. So this is the statistical research. How many people out of 100, how many of those doing smoking, how many infected with cancer. So this is analytical research. And historical research, the past event analysis, like industrial revolution, where the production of chemical is high, the production of petrol is high, which country is fast and producer, why is the revolution, why is explosive revolution, why first World War, second World War comes, everything is based on this story. So I am ready to tell that the pure is a searching for the knowledge, it is applied for finding a solution to the problem. Second, the purpose of pure and applied research, it can be contributed to new facts. The thing is, the applied is only involving real practical data. Explanatory or formulative research is a preliminary study of unfamiliar problem about which researcher has little or no knowledge. So as you are a researcher, if you are doing explanatory research, this can be a preliminary study. You do not know about this particular topic, but you are going to be involved. You do not know about AI, but you are going to be involved. So what is AI? What are the applications? What are the use? So this is the explanatory. This I can take because of the topic is given in the session. To generate new ideas. And also this explanatory after searching after material, you will get a new idea. That is the research. Research, either you are going to finding out new innovation are affected with diabetes, you are affected with pressure, you are affected with cholesterol. So everything based on diagnosis, based on history. So it is directed towards discovering what is happening, why it is happening, what can be done. So after diagnosis, so this study is when the frequency something occurs associated with these areas. Evaluation is one type of training and practical. It is made for assessing the effectiveness of sourcing and assessing the impact of the. See, when you do evaluate, especially from AI, in this particular region, one of the pollution level. This is particular. First, you identify the source of pollution. The source of pollution, we are making the monitoring level. We are doing analysis. Where the source of pollution? Either from level industry, or bakery pollution, or from human waste, or industrial pollution. So which leads to more impact than the government. Based on that, evaluation. So after evaluation, you get into the conclusion. So this is used for implementation of this. Action resistance. So this is immediate. Action. An example, immediate action. Action research is effective purpose of progressive solution, solving by individual, working with others in the team, community of practice to improve the way express and the experimental research is commonly used in science such as sociology, psychology, but nobody knows which will give higher effectiveness because this is a new test. So unless you are not testing any medicine or drugs, unless you are not testing at least for a year, you can study the impact of the drug. Normally it comes to some drugs have tested long period. So experimental research will give you what is the impact of. So most probably co-vaccine is not much effective because of it is developed from the old virus. The old virus is grown resisting as we develop, and this will be developed as a co-vaccine. So old virus. But Covishield, they developed a new virus. From that DNA only they developed the Covishield. If you give this injection, but cure is 100%, but what could be the impact? Nowadays 48 years or 33 years for old people are taking heart attack because of that. So this development and based on the experimental, you have to do experiment. The research has to be done with experiment. Normally it comes from that. So this is the way pattern of the virus and all these things are related. So the purpose to maintain control over the factors. So whatever the impact that has to be controlled. The blueprint is the exact what we are going to do. The blueprint of the brain is the exact meaning of this thing. Like something plus okay, that is experiment. Analytical study is a system of procedure and technique of analysis compared to quantitative data quantitative that we have taken from analysis. So in this particular data, how many number of people are affected with change? Why these people are affected with change? What is the problem? How many number of people are affected with cancer based on analysis? So why these people are affected with cancer? See in Gujarat, because of the one polymer industry nearby the Gujarat, the entire village around the industry, only the female baby only forming this country. Completely 3 years continuously only female baby was born. Then they have to take the analysis. Why in this village only female babies are born? Then they gone into the industry. Because of the polymeric emission that will destroy the Y chromosome, that polymer component, once involve this polymer component, that will destroy the Y chromosome. So automatically only X and X chromosome, only female baby. Whether you believe it or not, because of all even petrol pump, they consume living not. Because of the lead component, lead, when it comes very smelly, it is lead, its cyber will dissolve. It will not affect lead, unleaded petrol will be. So this polymeric component will increase the they are not treating, they are not let out to the atmosphere. What they did, they put more wells, they de-injected wastewater into the lake. So when you take borewell in 1 kilometer radius, you take water, the entire area is there to the lake. So these things are in the systematic evaluation. Survey can also make survey after installment of the research. You make a survey type of research. In this particular area, how many people is put this qualification, how many of them cured, how many of them affected after 6 months, how many of them affected after 1 year. That survey type of research. Finally, you are going to analyze whether you are going for this research. Case study. So, case study is one of the research methodology following maximum association. So, this area, the people are like this. It is data, right? So, we have to follow it. So, they propose a case study, we follow the case study. So, this case study type of research. To examine limited number of case study method is not that molecule design simply insert RNA. And the field research, these are traditionally being different methods of research conducted in a laboratory or academic setting. So the advantage of field research are the people are closer to real world conditions. So you have to involve in field. So most probably field research study like peer reviewed engineers, they are involved in the field, they are involved in what is happening in the field, what is the construction of this quality of sand and oil and material, they have to take the facility to the plant. So field study, whether in the research also you can do field study. So the term research design. So research design means drawing of tasks. So research design, arrangement of conditions for collection, analysis of data in a manner aims to complete the relevance to the research. Economy,
வைஃபை மட்டும் வருது எதுக்கு இங்கே இல்லாட்டினாலும் பரவாயில்ல இங்கே இருந்தால் கனெக்ட்
మన మొబైల్లో కనెక్ట్ అయింది లింక్ వస్తుందా లేదా లైవ్ వస్తుంది
இங்கே பார்க்க முடியாது இங்கே பார்க்கலாம் வருது
லைவ்ல ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை சார் லைவ்ல ப்ராப்ளம்
லைவ் ப்ராப்ளம் இல்லை வீட்டு இங்கே தான் சரியா பிரச்சனை இது ஓகே போடுறோம் நோ ப்ராப்ளம் இதுதான் இது பண்ண முடியும் இதுதான் மெயின்
கால் அடிக்கல சார் யாரும் இல்லை வேணும் சொல்லுங்க சார் உங்களுக்கு
My call not
லைவ்ல பிரச்சனை இல்லை சார் லைவ்ல பிரச்சனை இல்லை சார் சிஸ்டம் கேளுங்க
சோபனா மேம் கால் பண்ணாங்க. நான் உங்களுக்கு கால் பண்ணி கேட்டுருக்கேன். சார்
టికెట్ అయిపోతుంది నిలబడుకోండి.
Wangiya.
கைட்டி ஊட்டிக்கிறடி அப்புறம் நான் என்ன தடவை உட்காரப்பீங்க பவர் வச்சுட்டு நீங்கள் எதுக்கு கைட்டி வச்சுக்கிறீங்க இதுங்க இப்போ எல்லாத்தையும் கைட்டி வச்சுக்கிறீங்க
பவர் போட்டுருக்கோம் தாண்டி ஆபத்து
బుద్ధునిందనే ఎక్కువ చేస్తాను
ఇది ఎప్పుడు నుంచి ఎప్పుడు చేస్తున్నారు
Thank you. Nice week. Coming back again. Please be silent. So now, as per the AI and ML, so what are the process under research design process? See, first select the research topic and problems. So anyone gives your research topic and problems, anyone please, based on your opinion. You cannot think more, based on your real study, what you feel in your life. So you say anyone topic, related to your real life topics. So what are the problems you face in your day-to-day life? So make it as a conclude a short research topic of this. General technique. Okay. What is general technique? Okay, you sit and listen.
One is, evidence with respect to this online shopping.
Very good. Online shopping, we have to take it as a problem. Research, design process, selection of research topic is online shopping with optimized cost. You want to make online shopping to purchase any goods with an optimized cost. So that is the research topic. Framing the research design. So for getting this optimized cost, what is your framing research design? You have to look and corner your machine learning, AI programming, will search and give which goods is quality, which one is optimistic cost. This cost is high, why it is high. So everything is programmable. Every detail is given in the online study. The third thing, sampling design. So you take the sample. So you collect the sample, you purchase this goods from the one place. You finally the decision making is yours. You have to decision. Because one time I needed online shopping shuttlecock. I purchased about 1,300. But once I open this packages, it is only a dog bone inside. Very scared. I paid 1,300. But I am ordered shuttlecock to my place, shuttlecock. But I got bones, a human, I got bones for a dog. So that online shopping itself, there is no, it is a non-returnable. Where I have to give this bone are purely vegetarian. How can I use this one? So this type of fake things. So everything is from beginning to the end user. Who is going to produce? Who is going to sell? He has to make a.
4,000 to 8,000. 4,000 migiలిపోయింది.
But we cannot say that the human mind will not be changed. He wants to earn money for this. But online business, whatever you do, but everything based on the beginning to the end user. If beginner has given a proper quality product, the end user also got service. But here, it is everything is reversed. So when you do design topic, so first selection the research topic, framing the research design, and in what type of quality. From this you can take a sample. So you can make a program. And collection of data. This is you can do it like this person is dealing with online shopping for a year or 3 years. There is no problem at all. But this person is collected online shopping. But out of 100 shopping, 3 shopping there is a return of boost to the person. So like that they can take the data. And also data analysis. So that you have to analyze. Out of 100%, 90% are satisfied. 10% is not satisfied. Why it is not satisfied? Everything is data. Like that, the research design, do your project. Take an example, I am doing project in chemical engineering. My aim is to optimize the design of reactor. Reactor has to perform 100% output. At least not 100%. None of the equipment will perform 100%. At least 95. That is the maximum possibility. I have to achieve maximum possibility. So we have to select the data to optimize the reactor operation by means of making the operating parameter is optimized. For making the optimizing parameter, we have to take the experimental data. I have to give based on different data set. You have to measure what are the parameters, temperature, pH, and what is the bacterial CM ratio, and what is the sulfur nutrients, everything I have to check. If it is reduced automatically, this data can be sent to the cloud, and we take by means of analysis, we take the analysis. In case the pH level is reduced, I add some this that will changes the pH level. So this way the research design. The characteristics of good research design, it is environmental friendly, feasibility of implementation, and also efficient. These are the more main factors. Efficient operation and feasibility of implementation. I cannot install 300 megawatt gigawatt power in this industry. So this feasibility is not possible. So like that, whether it is efficient, that also is achieved. And it should be flexible, economical, unbiased, and objective of the research should be fulfilled, and all aspects of the research should be fulfilled. So that is the concept of this. Function of research design, it provides blueprint, that is exact research. And also enable investigation to anticipate potential problems. So when you started to do your research, your research must be a completed one, which will be economically feasible, environmentally friendly. These two are very cost effective for the environment. I am going to manufacture a small piece of soap. That is my aim. So this is flexible to all category of people. They will use, world people will use without any chemical changes, without any affection of the body or skin changes or things. So what is the characteristic? What is the context? How many people they will use it? What is the impact of this? This is how we study environmental friendly and cost. What is the cost? The component of research is timing of the investigation. Why you are going to do this? Review statement of the project. Because we know because this is so objective of study is because this is selection of the sample, data collection, analysis of data. So research design is experimental, non-experimental. Experimentally, non-experimental based on the case study design and analysis. Ethnography means a particular group of people you are analyzing what is the characteristics, what is the behavior, how to be the impact on the so that environmental polluted. So network analysis, social people. So these are the and I thought this is you are taking at stage your area is completely polluted with applications. So that is the problem. Once problem comes, you will not see that it is a problem of life. So there will be a solution will come. So once it exceeds more than the limit, people are will apply some disease. then immediately it goes to the government attention. Immediately they take a decision. Either they are closing or they are trying to reduce the pollution. So once problem comes, you cannot see that it is a problem. It is a solution for that problem. Any problem. Your principal is scolded. Why? They are came late. Principal is scolded. You cannot see that it is a problem. So once the principal scolded, the next day I must have coming right at before 9, before 8. So it is solution. Any problem comes to your life, you cannot take care of it. So that will be solution. So other than this,
கிளாஸ் எடுக்கிறவங்க பர்மிஷன்
கிளாஸ் 2வது ஆச்சு
போட்டு சொல்லி ஃபஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் இப்போ தான் பேசுகிறோம்
so that will be interest you are. So when the third person will involve not create a problem, you are. If you believe it, then there will be deviation between you and me. Then there there is no trust. If you trust your husband, you trust your whatever the third catalyst or enzyme will come in. But if you not react, it will be still. So that is a relational natural the existence of so if there will be one variable as reacting, so there will be changes. So this is working initially the MFT very specific. In such cases we are referred to as working hypothesis. So it is a real life null hypothesis is formulated for statistical simulation. This form is convenient approach to statistical analysis. A test would be multiplied with null hypothesis. Null hypothesis what is the relationship between family income and expenditure on recreation? And null hypothesis is stated there is no relationship between family income and expenditure on statistical hypothesis. So based on the data from the previous common, complex, analytical hypothesis, common scheme, and complex means the complex form what you have what you have scale. Based on the analysis, it will be state. So characteristics of hypothesis is conceptual clarity, testability, availability of techniques, theoretical relevance, consistency, objectivity, and simplicity. These are the characteristics of good hypothesis. Source of hypothesis, source of the statement, theory or based on observation, based on analysis, based on the personal experience, finding of studies, state of knowledge, culture, community research. So this is the base of how to choose a sample. Sampling means there is a process of collecting a small number of groups for the testing. So basic sampling theory, based on the population, and defines the target of the population. So that is sampling, and we use it as sample. So sample error is any type of bias in the calculation of mistakes. Developing a sample plan, define the population of people, identify the sampling plan, select the sampling method, and determine the sample size, execute the sample. So whenever you do your research, first you can plan your sample, you identify the particular group, identify the number of samples, and the particular sample only you are taking for analysis. So that randomly you can choose as a random analysis. If you do all the analysis for all the group, you will get a final state. So population of interest is entirely depending on management area, research problem, and research vision. Some basis for defining population. Geographically bring because certain elements of competition are accidentally related. So survey sampling is international for some good example. So sampling number, there are two, is probability sampling and non-probability. So types of sampling method is a probability and non-probability. The probability considers simple random sampling, systematic, stratified random, and classified random sampling. Convenience in non-probability, convenience sampling, judgment sampling, quarter sampling, snowball sampling. So these are the sampling method. So in simple random sampling, you can select randomly not the samples. Systematically one and stepping drawing systematic tracing. So the number of units in this results on the size and the stratified means the random sampling is the method of probability sampling. The population is divided into different subgroups and samples are selected for each. So these are the steps in drawing stratification of the sampling. So target population will be homogeneous subgroups. Random sample for each stratum, thus expanded into a single sample of target population. Cluster sampling is also sampling technique. So natural grouping or embedded in statistical population. This is often used for marketing research, and cluster sampling is to reduce the average cost per unit. Non-probability sampling method, the convenience sampling based on convenience access, quarter sampling emphasizes representation of specific characteristics. So these are all the sample method used in the reference. So factors to be considered in sample design. One is research objective. What is your objective of research? You cannot deviate from the objective. So what is the objective? From the objective, what is the resource possible? The time information. What are the knowledge and research scope, statistical analysis, needs. Data collection is very important. There is various methods to use for one is through planning. Another very considered survey method is another descriptive or experience survey. Entire population of can be administrated in our place. Survey construction normally questions. Zero questions, MBA department, English department, and science and humanities, they will be question based. Questions to the answers. And working to organization. The green layout and these are the survey construction. Interview method. This is formal and informal, structured and unstructured. Undertaking interview, the questions actively listen and manage the overall process. Based on observation also is interview. Observation time is non-participant or participant, structured and unstructured. Observation process sometimes treated casually. In some of the interviews, when you are going to attend the interview, see, I was attended, first I was selected because of my idea. But I was selected in non-contract. So one of my students, I went for the person is went into the room and they waited for 1 hour in process. Then he entered inside. He's asked only the name and where he was. That's all. Only based on his observation. What is his behavior for the 2 hours? After 1 hour, his activities like this. got irritated. So based on the behavior, he rejected. So observation is one of the mainest point in the interview. Observing the people they select. In some interview, the people are making vigorous conversation. The management select only the comments. He didn't speak anything, but he will. We want people like him. So observation is very important. Experimentation. So experimentation disclose causes and effect applications by manipulating independent variable in order to see there is a corresponding effect on a dependent variable. Experimentation, pure experimentation requires both a controlled environment and the use of randomly assigned control group. So real world experimentation, so what is happening in real world impact for the particular experiment. See, in New Delhi, we trained on experiment how to purify the air. We suck the air, and this contaminated air is passed through a filter. And filter has to be filtered out all PM 2.5, particulate matter 2.5, PM 5, PM 0.5, CO2, all the components is filtered out in filter. And we test after filtration, we test the quality of air. If it is the allowable limit, the air is the allowable limit. When it is come to the atmosphere, when you smell it, when you inhale it, then there is no problem with human being. Then we export to the atmosphere. That is a small project. So the suction unit has actually contaminated directly through sensor. It has identified where the more contamination is there. In Delhi, most probably every area, the AQ index, air quality index more than 250, 300. We can also only check the air quality index in the name. How this air quality index is checked based on the sensor. Sensor has sensed the pollution level, it goes to the analyzer, analyze the gas, so what is the level of PM2.5. So this component is a small filter. Even the smoke what we getting from the vehicle, that you allow to this filter. It is a multi-layer filter. So you filter out all carbon components, you will get clean air. But the only problem is the filter cost is very high. My project has selected up to the last phase, but the only thing is the filter cost is much more higher than what we are cleaning the air. See, if you pass the air, the air will dilute. P2.1 is diluted from higher concentration to lower concentration, just for dilution. If you have the concentration level of TDS is 50, when you mix the distilled water up to this level, the entire water will become less concentrated. Like that, for cleaning up of small quantity of pollution, you have to spend more in this filter. So that is the problem. So they rejected because of the reduce unless you are not reducing. So same model as developing for water also. So water, what is the process you are doing to purify the water? Reverse osmosis, RO process. So what they did in the reverse osmosis, your kidney is acting as osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure means, so this is a pipe inside this contaminated, your blood component is going because the filter is out. So the pressure is given inside, the filtered fluid, good fluid is coming outside. That is osmotic pressure. Reverse osmotic, the contaminated water is pressure is given outside, the pure liquid is coming inside. So reverse osmotic. Sorry, reverse RO process. What happens in purified water? So same concept in the water level and we come out with the because of the cost is less in the filter. So this is the way real world
ஐம்பத்தஞ்சு பேர் சர்டிஃபிகேட் வாங்கக்கூடாது அதுதான் நம்ம போட்டுக்கிறோம். நான் வேலை கரெக்டாக செய்யணும். 55 பேரும் கரெக்டாக கிளாஸ் பண்ணலாம் இல்லையா?
whether he is giving time to make this free time free, just within a personal
அதான்
second, free time.
சொல்கிறேன்.
Whatever reason he is making on board, it is reflected in his CAs. Okay, like career advisory, most of the faculty got 1 or 2. Luckily I am getting 1 or 4.
எல்லாமே டாக்ஸ் கட்டல இந்த
Okay,
இது
so and the one student in this, he do not know what they ask,
சைடில் போய்
what they answer.
காலையில் நல்லா போச்சு.
Because he simply fill it out in box.
ஒன்று வாங்கி
Most of the faculty and students are not fill it out. They are not filling it out. So the question and disadvantage is the quality of education. What is face to face interviews.
நிஃப்டி
Face to face interviews are not. So this is the way it's going to be. Next, what are the tools we are going to use?
சென்செக்ஸ் கீழே வரண்ணா
கிரியேட் ஆகிடுது.
ఎక్సెల్ ఎక్సెల్ ఫిల్ చేస్తాను
ఎక్సెల్ ఇంకా ఇవి వచ్చేలేదు ఇక్కడ ఈరోజు వచ్చేస్తారు.
Now we can see what are the results. First, we understand the result design concept. Now the solution to
రోల్ నెంబర్ నేను ఎక్సెల్
apply data analysis.
ఎంత కొడుకు
Here only, application
రిజిస్టర్ నెంబర్
So the introduction of
இது ஸ்டார்ட்
use
ஒன் வீக் போகிறது
the accuracy is very important. When you do it with the proper AI model, the accuracy is so this already we saw that. So in a multidisciplinary design, the integration of multiple
స్టార్ట్ ఇప్పుడు కీలో వచ్చింది స్టార్ట్
system level problems.
இது ரேட்டிங் கொடுத்து
And collaborative research nowadays, whatever India, especially ESP and they have to prepare collaborative research. You can also consult departments. You can also collaborate with mechanical and civil and computer skills. And you will develop. So that is an easy department. He has to go for a collaborative research. What are the collaborative research? In defense radar system. In defense radar system, we want to destroy the opposite country missiles. So here we can develop a system based on the ECE and mechanical. The formulation of this equipment design is based on the mechanical. What is the size of the equipment? The equipment configuration is based on ECE. And the program is made by the company. So when you go for a proposal, so the anti-missile system, if you do the proposals with three departments, ECE and computer science and this collaborative, definitely they will give proposals, they will give us sponsor. So this is a way they can get money. If you go with you only, nowadays, if you wanted to get money, you can approach with the multidisciplinary. With the three different and they can go interdisciplinary, collaborative. And also you can collaborate with any ARD or CSA or any higher institution. Then they will give the fund. So the research methodology, what is your problem? You take a survey of the material, and you make a simulation and experimentation and data analysis and data results. So this you can do it with the collaboration. So the importance of simulation tools, it should be a cost-effective implementation, risk-free testing, design optimization. So whatever in collaborative research, you can check out, I want to make this water bottle with a different material, with a different design, and the optimized cost. The cost is less. Apart from the cost, the environmental effect is less. So what is the cost? What is the impact to the environment? How far this useful to the environment? That is the problem. Definitely, if you want to get minimum 15 lakhs, that should be useful to the community. The product should be useful. And there is no environmental user fee and cost. These trees are related during the project presentation. See, when I last year chief minister my project is and finally what they asked, what is the cost? Then I made it compared to the existing model, in my model, I showed the cost of it, environmental. Finally, the payback period. What is payback period? The return on investment. When you invest 1 lakh, at what time you get back your money? The payback period is going to be. Why? After 5 years, your money has to be paid. If you invest 1 lakh, if you get the 1 lakh within 1 year, project is good. Within 2 years, the project is okay. Within 3 years, okay. Within 5 years, because after 5 years, your money is get back. So instead of going for my investment of this project, say I am going to install PV or system in this room. What is the cost? How many times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 into 60, 480 watts, 480, $500. How many megawatts? 700 watts per hour. And the other small 1000 watts. 1 unit is required for 1 hour. I have to design a PV system. For 1 hour, I want to electrify this room. I need 1 kilowatt. For this 1 kilowatt, what is my PV cost? For 1 kilowatt, I have to make this per watt is 200. For 1000 watts, it took 2 lakhs. Only the time. How many batteries I need? 2 lakhs. One battery costs almost 30,000. 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Then the diode need 3,000. 2 lakh 30,000 and 2 lakh 33,000. Then one inverter is there. That is also 70,000. Okay. So 2 lakh 50,000 I have inverter. My initial investment was 2 lakh 50,000. If I invested in anything want to do? Okay, 2,50,000 I have to invest in the first floor to make if I put this 2,50,000 in bank, what is the interest of it? 7%, so divided by 12. 5.5% is almost 1,002 rupee we are getting interest. 1,002. When you put this same 2,500 in the bank, you are getting 1,250 rupees as interest. If I am going for the same power through Andhra Electricity Board, I am drawing power from Andhra Electricity. What is the unit per cost? 5 rupees or 10 rupees? 5 rupees. So I am using this room for 6 hours maximum. For the 8 hour working 6 hours. So 6 hours into 1 kilowatt, 6 unit power. So 6 unit into 5 rupees, 30 rupees per day. For 30 days, 900 rupees. If I want to spend 2,50,000 for getting power, I am getting interest of 1,250. With the same power if I am getting Andhra Electricity Board, I am getting only I am going to pay only 900. So which is the best job? Paying 900 to the Andhra. Because of that, no one is going for solar electricity because of the initial cost. So what is the payback period of solar electricity? It will take 30 years time, 20 years time. In this 20 years or 30 years time, you have to change the battery and you have to do maintenance. You have to pay one person's salary. So because of that, people are going for only from Andhra Electricity. If you go for Tamil Nadu has given for first 100 units, it is free PV. For consuming first 100 units, it is free for all. So you are consuming only 90 units, so it is free of cost. Tamil Nadu, if you born as a baby, before conceiving for marriage time, they give you 1 gram gold. During marriage, 50,000 money for the couples. After marriage, once baby is conceived, you will get all the benefit to the baby, giving medicines, food, and all type of powders, healthy powders, everything. After born baby, you get admitted to the school in government under 7.5% quota. You will use free of cost for education. When you study schooling in government school, you will get admission in EBPS, admission in all type of category under 7.5 without any fees. So all things is free. And bus also free for books. So everything is free. So why I am telling, instead of going for this investment, it is go from Andhra Electricity Board, it is yes. So what are the popular simulation tools? So MATLAB can simulate whatever the fields are. MATLAB is ANSYS comes for it. So ANSYS you can simulate field, ISIS, design software. And as for the case, this is the design application, design of internal and Python based tool, you can also program your all AI. Simulation tool for energy, finances, controlling, physical aspects. So these are the various simulation software you need for AI and success in this simulation. And model development validation, the mathematical modeling, boundary condition, experimental validation. These are all model development validation. And you know the data analysis. About data, you can use the data analysis tools and analyze the data. control on it. So converts new data into information, identifies trends and relationships, supports research conclusions. So data analysis is the statistical method of analysis, regression analysis, and machine learning basics. So everything is programming. You can also change, once you have knowledge of that, you can also change the programming and you can change the method of analysis. And what are the data analysis tools? What is the Python, MATLAB, and the Excel cases, all these are the tools. Once you have the data and you go to visualization, modeling and interpretation, you will get the result. What are the case studies? Multidisciplinary energy system. Say an example, if you take power generation from the code and what are the flow, heat flow input. We have a board that I will explain. So, what are the input energy given to the system? What is the output? So, overall efficiency of the calculate. As per the Carnot efficiency Carnot is equal to 1 minus T2 by Q. So what is the T1? It is the inlet temperature of the turbine. T2 is the outlet temperature. As much as increasing the T1 value, you can improve the overall efficiency. That is the Carnot efficiency. But this turbine is made up of the carbon stainless steel material to withstand the temperature not more than 650 degrees Celsius. We have to optimize the inlet temperature of the steam. The turbine is 650. If we exceed more than that, the lifetime of the turbine. So we have to optimize 650 is the inlet temperature. So once you fix it at 650 is the optimal temperature, the efficiency of the turbine is equal to 36 or the average efficiency is 36 to 37. Even if we improve 1% increase in efficiency, that is a huge impact, huge probability. Because of enormous quantity of heat can be stayed in the turbine. So next, simulation based optimization. Based on, see, a wind energy system, a renewable energy system. When the wind is moving in front of the turbine, it is upwind, in back of the turbine is a downwind. And watch which direction the wind is comes to the turbine, but it will start at wind. But the minimum velocity required to start the turbine is 16 meters per second. The maximum is depends upon the capacity of the turbine. Say an example, the turbine is rotated at maximum RPM is 1200 at 32 meters per second. At 36 meters per second, it will rotate only 1200. It cannot go beyond that. What happens? If it is rotate beyond that, what happens? There will be break. There will be damage. So there will be control mechanism, yaw control, pitch control. Automatically yaw motor will act, so resist will act. The pitch will act. So this one is design is like a round. If we change the hub position, it will not rotate. So this tilting this level of pitch, the air movement will be reduced. So this is the mechanism to optimize the flow of rotations. So that is the optimization, simulation based optimization. At one speed, this rotor can rotate the maximum. Say an example, you are all actually you are all planning. So when you are going to purchase a motor to pump the liquid from the bore, so in the specification they are given 1,000 liters per minute. But in practical, when you check it, it will not come. It may be 800 and 1,000. Have you ever checked anyone? Nobody check the flow rate. Just take your watch, 1 minute to count the water. What is the water quality of it? Check with the substitutes. It is completely different. They said 15 HP more, but they are given only 10 HP more. These are all the fraud happening in India maximum. As most of the pumps, the delivery level is not. So that you can check, because nobody checks the water level, because it is high force. Water will come very heavy. Nobody will check what is the water. So that you have to go to the simulation based for a particular history of data driven decision. Based on the data you can make your decision. The key outcome include research quality, interdisciplinary competence, and industry developed solutions. This AI tools to give industry developed solutions. So strong research design is critical. Simulation enhances understanding, data analysis supports innovation. So with this I got the first session. Next time I'm going to take the second session. Very good. So next session is intellectual property rights. So idea intellectual property rights. So idea it comes under the umbrella of your property. It will be tangible. It will be permanent or intangible. In terms of writing. Tangible, number one is a movable power. What is this one? Writing. Idea comes under your property using tangible or movable or immovable buildings. Intelligence is you have the intellectual property. We are intellectual this we can discuss with the rest of but how does intellect from your brain ideas? So there is an industrial property related intellectual property and copyright related case. So in the industrial property related patents, designs, and creating. So I am patent is water design. Okay, so you see how many things see difference in products. The design changes. The shape, size, cap model, and bottom model. There will be 60 number of things. So this training teaches design. So this is how this design comes. This comes from your idea, brain, that is intellectual, intellect, ideas are there. This is intellect. So this pattern, design pattern is based on industry process. You can change the process, change the output, change the key. Another trademark. Trademark is Coca-Cola, Pepsi. geographical rules. So intellectual property comes under the patents, trademark, industrial design, geographical indication. Tilbury Latitude, geographical. Copyright, another right to charge, right of paper, copyrights. The exclusive right given to the person for the creation of their minds for a certain period of time. So whatever the pattern or all other things, it should be a certain period of time. That is what. When you are placed, Tilbury, Latitude, geographical. General area. Sittu, Agis, Palko. So that is the geographical area. So exclusive right will not apply. No, that particular area, what is the place?
So they don't have any kind of.
It is the only indication. Legal rights, intangible. Same Tripoli letter, I cannot say that. It is only what is it? Intangible potential, monopoly, negative rights, prevents others to use creation or say in 2000, there is one company, John Deere, there is a company. That tablet is specific for diabetes. So they got it. So in particular period, that amount has enjoyed only for a particular. You cannot use for a particular. After the period, so because of the same as the pattern is for 15 years or 10 years, they can enjoy the benefit only up to 10 years. After that, you can give it away. So after 2025, the same Janivia one strip cost is about 400 rupees. Now it is comes to 100 rupees. Because anyone can use this technology after some. So that is a particular period. So the intellectual property rights are essentially recognized all over the world due to some very important reasons. Provide incentive or legal or so this is like an incentive. The other thing, in my college, I developed a model. Okay, but why I am telling this? One student has copied my model. He published in the local journal. So what happened? Who published first? They only recognize. So when you do your research, I humbly request you to be very safe. This can be very secret. Otherwise, someone has published in the local. Who published that local journal of ASS and all this? Even so when it is goes with the pattern, it is automatically. So to accord due recognition, we ensure the material requirements of intellectual property to make available genuine. So particular period, your model has to be made original. But nowadays, I told one example. There is one German machine. At the time of 2001 and 3. This will stitches within hour in a kilometer. That is stitches is this was invented by German. Our biomedical engineer just to dismantle all the parts. Same thing they will produce and same performance is happening. But the German engineers will take to give this machine external features of the use pattern of train, visual symbols, word, train, flow, monogram, slow, all things compressed. So applied on article on manufactured studies indicate the origin of goods and services. So copyright got artistic, literary, musical, and also comes into existence as what we do. And geographical indications indicate the agriculture, nature, manufacturing goods oriented for the definite territory. Whatever the product is processing special quality or specification based on unique characteristics. So these are the considered rights. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Department of Industrial, R&D and Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. So they are the controllers and so under this, there is a pattern and design office, trademarks, registry, geographical industry, irrigation registry. So this is in China. And pattern information system, Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property Management in that. So trademark registry is the office pattern design and office. Pattern office, in Mumbai. So this includes the state of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, and all other islands. Pattern of Chennai. So this is only for IPR and the state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana.